we're live. Hey, stream team. Hello, how are you? We are live. I'm live. Am I making sure the face is judged before the trolls come after me? before the makeup trolls and all the appearance trolls come after me, making sure I look okay. How are you? Tonight will be a open discussion and open forum. I like to call this type of session our little late night therapy sessions where we kind of talk about a little bit of any and everything. Frank's here. Frank, just as I open the door. Lovely to see you here in the stream. How are you, Frank? How was your day, sir? How was your day? Hope you had a good one. I kind of had a good one. I think I did. I tried. I tried to make the most of the day I had, so there's that. We'll see. I don't have a formal topic. I'm gonna jump online right now and see if there's any trending topics that I need to be discussing to make sure there's nothing I missed that's urgent and should be talked about. But I don't really have that much of an agenda, so we'll just see how this goes. Also, lately, Wednesday nights have been really slow for me, so we'll just see how this progresses. We shall see. We shall see what happens tonight. Your the new one? The new 17? The Air? Oh wait, okay. Since you're almost, I'm gonna run away for like 1 second and turn off my AC because it makes so much noise. So before everyone gets here, and hopefully there isn't everyone getting here, I'm gonna turn off this AC. I'll be right back. I'm coming right back. Okay. I just had to do that because it makes so much gosh doggone noise that it needs to be off. It needs to be all the way off. It crashed already. Oof, that scares me. That gives me chills thinking about all the data I have. That's one thing about content creating. You know, you have data stored everywhere and your data is like all your work. Dean Mosley says, hi. Well, hello, Mr. Mosley. How are you? Welcome to my stream, sir. And speaking of which, let me just be on my P's and Q's tonight in a way that I normally am not. Let me just be on point with getting all my information pinned right away. I feel scared for you, Frank, that you lost data. That terrifies me. That is the one thing about switching phones. I always let them do everything for me as far as like the data transfer going from one to the other because I'm so paranoid about it. It's such a nightmare when you think of all the things we have stored in. All right, let me just get this in here. Okay, send this, and then let me pin this, and that will at least be that bit of channel business done. There we go. Operating system flaw. Ooh, see, that's why I never get the phone right away. Whenever the new phones come out, new video games, any new technology, I don't want to be, I know some people love having it first so they can be like, I got it first, but I feel like the people who get it first are the guinea pigs, and I let them find out all the glitches and the bugs and the error, and then I come in after that. You're in crash 3 days. Wow, Frank, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, I'm not, that's why I was like, I'll wait. I mean, I know I might have a hard time getting one around like the holiday season, but I'm just gonna wait. Maybe I'll wait until the new year and get one. Then the hype will be down and hopefully they'll have all the bugs and glitches worked out. Who am I? Sam Harper, the algorithm blessed you, my guy. Welcome. I'm Kamina Brandon. I live stream every night. I've got a bumping YouTube channel, a gorgeous growing YouTube channel that just crossed over into having 5,000 subscribers. I've been live streaming every night since October of 2024. I do fitness content. I do guided meditations. I do social commentaries. I do this live stream every single night. And I even produced a series where I'm your AI robot girlfriend. And that's on my channel too. So after you hang out in the stream for a little bit, you could peruse the other content on my channel. And this is a global chat stream. It's not very busy. I've only been on for like a minute or two, but I get people from 70 different countries rolling on through here. So you never know who you could meet from what part of the world when you join my tribe. Consider it. Consider subscribing. And also, if anyone's here who hasn't pressed the like button, I'm not sure what you're waiting for, but it's free. It's free, and it's good karma and a good deed because this is a very wholesome, happy channel. So when you hit the like button for my channel, you do good things. Coog is here. I am doing well, thank you. S4 Life Vlogs. What are you seeing today? S4 Life, you're in my live stream, my nightly live stream that I do every single night, and it's hyped, okay? It's always a good time here. In fact, let me get some music on just to like set the mood. Tonight, I don't have a formal topic. Some nights, you know, I have a formal topic and I get all into it. But tonight, we're just kind of vibing. We're vibing and hanging out and talking about whatever we want. I may look and see if there's any trending topics that I want to like weigh in on or question you all about. But for the most part, it's an open forum. We can talk about anything you want. Keely Chow, what's up? Content on my channel. But what you do on your channel? I do fitness, I do guided meditations, I do social commentaries, and I have a fictional robot girlfriend series. Okay, it's eclectic. But all of it, all of the content, including the live stream I do every night, is designed to help you, you know, have your best life ever. Get your mind right with my meditations, get your body right and tight with my workouts, learn about the wider world with my social commentaries, and entertain and amuse yourself with my robot girlfriend series. Okay, I got you covered. Yes, Fred needs to say that. I keep forgetting. Everyone's mind immediately goes to the gutter. So yeah, it's wholesome. It's wholesome, but you know, it's a little flirty, but it's wholesome. Why are you calling me Nurse Keely Chow? Although for the Halloween, the last week of October for Halloween, I have agreed to wear a few costumes just to make it fun and festive. And one of the costumes I've agreed to do is a nurse outfit. So that is coming. How can you do all that and still be employed? Well, meme. And this over the summer when I had downtime, I shot a lot of the content. So I shoot content in batches. So like on one day off, I can shoot 5 or 6 different meditation videos. That's how I have to do it. I have to shoot content in batches. And then as for the live stream, which has been the focus most of the time, is I come on at the end of my day. That's why I'm on so late. I'm on the East Coast. So after I finish my full work day, I come and I guarantee to sit in this stream for an hour every night. So yeah, you do what you gotta do, okay? I'm on my grind. I'm hustling. I'm a hustler, baby. Called Animaniacs. Keely Chow? Oh, hello. No, oh, okay. I'm not familiar with the Animaniacs series. Meme. What idea? What idea is that? And I got a new light. Do you feel like, is it brighter? Does the stream look bright? Those of you who are here most nights, is it brighter? I got this new light. Do I get tired of this light? Yes, I do. Lesrie, wow, that's a difficult name to pronounce. Lesrie Hofser. I do, and I'm gonna gradually inch on earlier, but this was all I can make work for these last few months. As we go into the new year, I'm gonna try and come on earlier and do it gradually so the algorithm is gently pushed that way, because I've kind of carved out a groove with the algo for this late night. So I get my best numbers late at night, unfortunately. So I have to gently move towards earlier. Lighting is good. Okay, good. All right, it's all right. Okay, good. I'm hoping it was better because I thought I did a little bitty lighting upgrade, but I still feel like I need more light because it's late here. I don't have any natural light, so I feel like it always looks a little dark. I want it to be a little brighter. What would you recommend me to invest my Why are you asking me in, like, what makes you think I'm a financial advisor, Mr. Faucher? I am not. Any plans for Halloween? I'm gonna be here in the stream on Halloween night in a costume, and that whole Halloween week I'm gonna wear costumes. And I haven't nailed out all the costumes I will wear. So if you have a good costume idea for me, let me know. I've had Storm, the superhero, requested. I don't know about that costume. It sounds complex. I have Nurse. I agreed to do Nurse. I have a Catwoman requested. I might be able to do that one. I've had Velma from Scooby-Doo requested. I'm gonna try and do that one. So if you have a good costume idea for me, drop it in the stream or leave it as a comment. Hello, Plinio Elias. Well, thank you, GC. Appreciate you. Have you considered less light, sort of cozy mod lighting? I haven't. I didn't think about that. Maybe. Interesting. Shan, I'm not sure what you're asking me. You're in Alabama, Keely. Wow, okay. Am I into you, Shan-san? Into you how? What do you mean? Melvin, hello. You vote Velma, Cackett? Yeah, you're leading the Velma charge. Costume idea, Daisy Duke. Right, right. That's the cutoff shorts and like little top. Roll Tide. Oh, because of Alabama. Okay, got you. Look, I don't know what's been going on with the algorithm. I clearly tonight and tomorrow I've got to get shorts up, because if I start releasing shorts, a couple shorts a day, hopefully that will re-trigger the algorithm to go. But these low numbers, like this is harkening back to before I had my algorithmic breakthrough. Like these are slow numbers. But Wednesdays have been, for the last month or so, Wednesdays have been my slowest night. So I don't know. What time do you start in your workday? It depends. Usually around 9ish. And I usually officially ending like 6:30, I would say, but then more work. I have a second phase of work that starts that doesn't wrap up until around 10. So I'm just busy. It changes every day. Yeah, I have a lot of shorts in the hopper, but I need to start loading them now, because whenever I have shorts in circulation, like when I have a short that's trending, like when I had those fitness shorts that are up now, when those came out, I got a lot more people in the streams. And a cool thing that happens is when you have shorts up and people are watching your shorts, when you go live, it signals in the short that you're live, and that sends people over too. So ideally, I should be having at least, 2 shorts a day being released, one in the morning and one in the evening. Some people do 3 a day, but we'll see. I'm gonna step it up. Oh, that's what right, Frank. That's what I thought he was getting at with his like wear jeans and tie it underneath the thing. I mean, it's a certain look. It's not really my style, but it is Halloween, so I may cater to what people want. Someone help start the algorithmic breakthrough. Yes, like button pressing also helps. So don't be shy with pressing that like button. Like, you just lean on into it. All you have to do is double tap. Thank you, Jay Deals. Very sweet of you, sir. And Mr. Deals, may I ask that you double tap the center of your phone, or find the 3 dots, I believe, in the bottom right, and get with the like button pressing, please and thank you. Please, please. Woo. Okay, what should we be talking about tonight? I'm gonna go and look at trending topics. Canelo's Floydson, do you remember when you timed me out for no reason? If I timed you out, it could have been one of my mods, Canelos, or if I did it, it's because you were probably inappropriate or rude. I don't take timing people out lightly. So if you got timed out, it's because you weren't minding your manners. So hopefully this time around, you're gonna be a complete and total charming gentleman, right? Right? Miso soup, yum. Oh, if it was an accident, then I apologize. Glow with tea, what's up, Glow? How are you? Beautiful butterfly. I'll take it, Cacket. Oh, I see, Canelos. Apologies. Sorry about that. Oh, I got you. All right, well, I apologize if it was an error, then my bad, sir. I am imperfect in that way. I do make errors. Sorry. This is a little bit of a therapy session. I used to call these late night therapies, because coming on here at the end of the night with you guys is very cathartic for me. I enjoy it. How's the night going? Thank you, Bad Policy. What's up? High five, Bad Policy. The night's going pretty well. Even better now that you're here. Hook me up with the like button press if you haven't already. Double tap the center of your phone, or find those 3 dots in the bottom and press those and get to liking. The night's going really well. Is there something that's like happening in the culture that I should be talking about, or is it totally cool for me to just rant on about my life? My life and my life woes. All I can say is I love doing ASMR. So like I want my ASMR business to just continue taking off, because I had such a good time doing the ones that I did over the weekend, and I love that people love them so much. So more ASMR requests, keep them coming, keep them coming. They're a good time for me. I get so hyped doing them. When I create custom content for you, it's really thrilling for me as well. It's so fun. Like, I can't believe, I'm like, why didn't I think of this sooner? I could have been doing this all along. And I feel like, as far as being a recording artist goes, it's a very lucrative business. When you think that like major artists, what do they charge for their CDs? I think I'm on to something. I love making the custom ASMRs. Cookies, Imama, Kashwalar, Makoni. I'm not sure what you're saying, but hello to you. Hello, and what country are you from? I haven't been counting countries, and I like to count because I can get as many as 20 countries in here on any given night. So let's go. Drop your country. And with a name like Kashwalar Makoni, I'm guessing you're not American. Where are you? Where you at? Where you at? Let me get some music going because I feel like that keeps people entertained. It keeps people here. If I'm not like on a soapbox. And also I feel like the streams may actually be better once I'm not doing every single night. Like once I complete this 365 and I start doing 5 nights a week, I feel like they'll get better because I'll have more time to plan. Hey, Edgar, how are you? Edgar's back. Edgar, hook me up with the like button press if you haven't already. Let me get the music back on. And who is that with the, you're wishing me a good morning? Hi, good morning to you. Where are you located? What country are you in? If you would miss me if I stop daily? That's the thing. Like I was told by someone who's an established YouTuber who's really doing well. They were like, no, keep going on every day. Advertisers love it. If you can say that you're on every day, it'll be so much easier for you to get a cool sponsor. But at the very minimum, do 5 days. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and stay with it as long as I can. We'll see. You're from India. Okay, India. Okay, got you. USA, sir, USA, or madam, USA, New York City and Florida in the United States. I feel pretty good for having it like worked like back to back working shifts tonight. Like I feel pretty good. I could have been more tired, but I feel pretty good. Cali, Georgia, Arkansas, or no, Alabama. Cali, Georgia, and Alabama, as far as New York, as are all here, along with Florida. And then we've got India here. I'm sure have I ever been to Bucharest? No. Wait, is that Hungary? That's in Hungary, right? Los Angeles is here. Canelos, are you in Bucharest? New York City, Makoni. Silver Springs, Maryland, Romania. Okay. Georgia. Let's see if Australia comes back tonight. Let's see if Austria comes back as well as Australia. New Zealand. Who else was here the other night? I told you, USA, New York City and Florida. Can you please stand up and give us a 3D view? I don't think YouTube does 3D. YouTube does like 2D. It does like 4D, 2D. Metalhead Smurf. Australia in the house, nice. I love that I get the down under every night now. When I think of Romania, I think of Transylvania. Oh, interesting. Have you ever left the United States? Yes, Canelos, I've visited several other countries, but not nearly as many as I want to go to. If it were up to me, I would go to all 70 countries that have visited me in the stream. Tejas is here. What part of Texas are you in, Josie? I have never been to Texas, but I want to go. I want to check out Dallas. I want to check out Austin. Yeah. I see you bopping to the music. Who's your top 3 artists? Yes, I'm bopping, but it's too hard for me to narrow down Bad Policy. You would have to give me a decade or a time period for me to nail down. Like if you said from the 60s or from the 70s, or give me a genre like R&B, rock, pop. I like everything. Like I'm super eclectic, so it's hard for me to narrow down. You got to give me some like parameters, like R&B from the 80s or 90s, and then I could give you somebody within that category. You all up in here, CM Bigler? Well, where are you from, Mr. Bigler? And yeah, if you want me to stand up and turn around, I could do that. But see, that's what I call bossing me around, puppeteering me. And I'm up for it. I'll let you boss me around a little bit. I'll let you puppeteer me. I'll even do wardrobe changes if you cash app the right way. So all I'm saying is pay the cost to be the boss. Super chat, super sticker, cash app, PayPal. Do it right now. Hey, Drongo, what's up? No, I have not visited Gaza, and given what's going on there, I don't think anyone should. Dallas Fort Worth is in the building, and that would be where Josie is. You hang your hat in Fort Worth. Okay, Houston, to exact. Okay, got you. All right. Lots of Texas here. I've heard conflicting reports about whether or not I would enjoy Texas. I think it's one of those places you've just got to experience for yourself. Like you didn't see that? Didn't see what, big TYNY? All-time top 3? That's just too hard to narrow down. Like you gotta give me a category. You gotta give me, cause like I can't compare like, you know, R&B singers like Mavis Staples and Aretha Franklin to like hip hop artists like, you know, to like blues guitarists like Muddy Waters. I mean, you gotta give me categories. I am currently in South Florida. I'll just leave it at that, Keely Chow. Oh, it's getting better, Todd Marshall? What's making it better? Is it because there's more people? This isn't even anything. I was getting upwards of 100 every night 2 weeks ago. And I don't know what happened. It slowed down again, but we're gonna get it back up. We're gonna get it back up. But I am curious to know what makes you think it's better, Todd. I'm always taking notes. Always trying to get better. In a subtle way, smooth. I love Sade. Love her. She's a fave. Absolutely. She's definitely one of my fave as far as like mellow, relaxed music. No one like her. No, I'm not in Brickell, AB not 1967, but I'm very familiar with Brickell. I worked there at one point, but I'm not there any longer. Many things, Edgar. I'm trying to thrive here, but I work, I do corporate work, and then I also have a hospitality work that I do, and then I do this live stream. So, lots of stuff. I love her too. I was fortunate to see. Oh, you saw her live? Lucky you. I've never seen her live. I think she's brilliant. Really, Frank? Interesting. Tribal Chief. Well, thank you, Tribal Chief. Hard eyes right back at you. Hook me up with the like button press, Tribal Chief, Edgar, and anyone else who's relatively new, AV1967, Keely Chow, Bad Policy. If any of you did not hit the like button on your way in, please double tap your phone so you can like it on your way to getting settled in. And you can also push, I think there's 3 dots in the bottom corner somewhere, and hit the like button that way, or just double tap the center of your phone. Thanks. Do they pay me well? I mean, I guess pay is one of those relative things where what's considered good pay for one person might be meager to another, might be astronomical to another, but it's okay. I'm comfortable. I cannot complain, but I am increasingly becoming entrepreneurial. Hence this live stream. And while we're on the subject of my entrepreneurship, I'll just take this opportunity to let you know about the ancillary businesses that go along with this channel. First, we got the channel memberships, which if you're feeling a little bit of a thirst, if this channel is arousing any thirst for you, then I would tell you to consider becoming a channel member. Then you can see the spicier content, the wholesome but spicy content that I have that is members only. So if you become a channel member, and I will give you the link to do that, you can see my my bikini content, my yoga, sauna, beach live stream bikini content, bikini content here on YouTube. That's all for members only, and I will give you the link to that. That's one thing you can do. If you're really feeling the vibe of this global tribe in the stream, you can get into the merch shop and get the flyers, hoodies, t-shirts, or mugs that are part of the merch shop. So let me first give you that members only link. No one has ever complained. All my channel members are very happy. Some men who are looking for extreme content are thinking, you know, oh, it's whack. It's just a bikini. But let me tell you, no one's ever disappointed. Everyone's just waiting for the next edition of my members only content. So let me drop that for you. Show you how to get there. That's how you get there. Do I know Danielle Pounder? I think you will. I do not know her. Is she a singer? You got me to 5K, Edgar? Okay, well, thank you for being, you think you're my 5K, or you think you were my exactly my 5,000 subscribers? Have I been to the UK? Yes, I have, Tribal Chief, but only once and not for nearly long enough. I want to come back because I only saw London and I want to go to Brighton as well. Are you in UK, Tribal Chief? What are you saying? You're gonna be my helper, Edgar? Is that what you're trying to let me know? What you trying to say, Edgar? Let me get some more music going. Oh, this is a good one. It's a little kitschy, but I like it. Okay, I'll look her up. Danielle Pounder. Is she like jazzy, mellow singer? Got it, Edgar. Understood. Maurizio's back. Italia's in the building. Why, thank you. Buongiorno and grazie, Maurizio. No, the King Daddy, you can be the first, not tonight. I had a few last night. There's always a few. You do a lot of asking about who's chatting, but you don't chat yourself, the King Daddy. Why is that? Oh, that's right, the King Daddy. I'm still waiting for your red super chat. Let's see it. Soul music. Okay, I'll look her up. This will make me want to go to Hawaii. I haven't been to Hawaii. I've been to other tropical places outside the country, but never to Hawaii. I think I should go. You're from Mexico. Mexico's here. Yes, I remember the King Daddy. When a man tells me he's gonna hit me up with the red super chat, you think I'm gonna forget? I'm gonna be holding you to that forever, Mr. Daddy. Now, if your mouth was bigger than your wallet, you could still give me a cute little one. I'll accept that too. Ooh, I wonder what Mr. McConey did. He got timed out. When I was on Hershey Blessing, she only needed 2 likes and 5K, and I was one of them who got her. Well, thank you, Edgar. Appreciate you. We're gonna be at 6,000 no time. This channel's taking off. This channel's on the move. Good things are happening over here. Thank you for getting in early. Roth 999. Hello to you, sir. Shout out your locale, Roth. What country are you in? And if you're in the USA, what state, sir? What state? Are y'all fighting over who was the 5,000th? We'll never know for sure. You can both wear the crown. I know I'm gonna be at 10. I'm calling out for the 10. I know I'm gonna be at 10K, just like, it's gonna be like a blink of an eye. Sophia's back! Woo! Divine Feminine Energy has entered the building. Sophia's here, yes. Okay, things are about to get cracking. Sophia's here. Sophia, how have you been? Good to see you. Look at me, I'm modded up. I'm like, I'm rolling with 3 mods. Bring it, trolls. I'm modded up, trolls. I wish a troll would right about now. No, 100K, of course, 100K ultimate. But I feel like, okay, I know this is gonna sound a little outlandish, but I feel like we're gonna hit 10K before the year's up. I just feel that way. I'm telling you, I feel it. It's coming. And yes, we've missed you, Sophia. What have you been up to? Where you been? How's life treating you? What's going on with you? And just in honor of the fact that Sophia is here tonight, I need to double check and look and see if there's any like hot topics that I should be covering. Yes, Garth, exactly. We're not playing games around here, Garth. We're just gonna be ticking off like milestones right and left. I insist upon it. I feel like I've been in some ways, as though, although I've been consistent with the live streaming, I have not been on top of my game as far as other ways of creating content, like my video production and my shorts production. So I've been remiss in that, but no more. I'm gonna fix my little wagon and get serious about it. Cause I realized, like, I was gonna title this stream "Go All In," because I realized I have to go all in on this. Like, I keep, you know, on some level, I've been approaching this more like a hobby. Like, I've just been doing it after I do every other thing. And now, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. I'm leaning all the way into this. I want this to work. I feel a passion for it that I can't deny. I'm going for it. So you're gonna see. I'm gonna burn that midnight oil. I'm going full Goggins on this YouTube mission, okay? So I've just been like, chugging along. Now I'm gonna hit it hard, like I mean it. Okay, I'm gonna put my back into it now. We're about to do this. We're gonna do this. Oh, good. Okay, so and when I great. So this is late night there, but we can talk about anything, y'all. Like, it's just us. We can talk about whatever we want. So what's been going on? Give us the juice, the dirty dirt, the tea. Anyone have anything they want to talk about? I was looking to see if there's anything happening in the culture at large that, you know, merits our discussion. So I'm just gonna check really quickly on the trending topics and see if there's anything that catches my eye. Do I have October must-dos? Let's see. And also, Sophia, you can weigh in on Halloween costumes, because for the last week of October, I've agreed to wear a few costumes during streaming just to keep it fun and exciting. And I'm gonna change the camera setup so it'll be like, at least so you can see either head to toe, or so you can see at least like, you know, see like more of me sitting down. So if I'm wearing a costume, you can fully see it. So I've had some requests for like a nurse, to wear scrubs, to be Velma from Scooby-Doo, to be the superhero Storm, to be Catwoman. But I would love to know what Halloween costume you think I should try. Get a lady's perspective. Exactly, Garth. No, I mean it. Because I realized like I've been kind of like having a hobbyist approach to this. Like I haven't really leaned into it. And then I had some sort of epiphany where I could see the potential of it. And I was like, you know what? If you want this to really go somewhere, you're going to have to take it really seriously. And you're going to have to lean all the way into it. And like do it like you really mean it and you want this. So I was like, okay, admit to yourself that this is something you really want to work and really go for it. So you shall see a different approach. Got a new job and you got a new job and you're moving to a new city. Okay, Gamehead John Crow, where are you currently located? Where are you moving and what's your new job? Yeah, okay, do we, Garth? Because you're saying it like it's a thing. Why are scrubs so popular? Because when I looked at scrubs, like I was looking on Amazon and looking to see, I'm like, they look really generic. Like unless you work, I get if you're a doctor or you work in the medical field, maybe seeing a lady in scrubs, like, you know, hit some spot. But for the average person, why are scrubs an appealing costume? Like, I don't get it. Why is that like, yeah, put those scrubs on, girl? Like, I don't get it. Like, they look so basic. Elvira? Okay. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Okay, cool. So you'll be back. You can see the leaves change and the crisp weather. Unique Black. Well, what up? My like button, I hope, is up. Get it up. Double tap the center of your phone or hit those 3 dots in the bottom right and big me up with the like button press. I had a great day. How about you? Staying in Kingdon will be in Ocho Rio. Oh, Kingston. Oh, so you're in Jamaica. Are you in Jamaica now? All right, Jamaica's in the building. All right, I love that. Okay, you want me to be a vampire? Okay, here's the thing. I want to keep my Halloween outfits. What's the word? Like, I feel like when you put on a Halloween costume, it's an energetic shift. Like, you are embodying, you know, the spirit of what you're wearing. So I don't know about the vampire spirit. I don't know if I want to embody the vampire spirit. I don't know. I mean, I think I could do a good job at it. Like, I could get those fangs. Maybe I should. Maybe it would give me more of a like dangerous vibe. Because I feel like I'm too approachable. I want to be more unapproachable. In certain contexts, like I've had people tell me I'm intimidating, but then I also get approached a lot. Like people will ask me for directions. Men won't really approach, but ladies and children will always call me sweetie and ask me for things. Bad weather? Okay. Gamehead Crow, waving the Jamaican flag. It's a great time for makeup, yes. Well, it's a great time of fun. Like I, you know, as in my adult life, I've done very little Halloweening, but since I'm on the internet, I think it'll be an opportunity to like just have a little fun on the stream and do some costuming. Don't do vampire, do gothic. Ooh, I'm not a goth chick. I'm just not goth. What? How is the background music giving a comedic element to this K-World? Oh, lots of rain is coming? Well, I can take it. As long as it's not hurricane. Rain, I have no problem with. I've got solid shelter. I'm good on that. Okay. Bring on the rain. As long as it's just rain, no worries. I'm good. Hey, Terry Smoot, what's up? Ooh, masquerade. Okay, I like that, Sophia. Like masquerade ball. I like that. Because then I could get one of those, like, you know, I could be wearing a cocktail gown with one of those, like, eyes wide shut masks. Good call, Sophia. I like that one. Okay, masquerade. Ooh, I like that one. All right, Canada's here too. Let me name some of the countries that have already come through here. Okay, Australia's come through, Jamaica, Canada, India, lots of states in the USA. You'd be looking for the emoji, but I can't find it. Oh, okay. Patrick Dubuc. Patrick Dubuc? Where are you at, Patrick? Oh, Quebec. Ah, that's why. I was like, that's why your name sounds French. You're in British Columbia. All right. Love that. All right, let me get another song up and running for us. Am I missing something? Aha. I think I'm too ambitious. Like, you can only do so much in life, and yet I find myself every day wanting to do more. Like, obviously I want to take this show and take it to the hill and get this as big as possible so I can travel all around the world live streaming from different locations and meeting cool people all over the globe. It's gonna happen. I'm insisting upon that. However, I also want to learn more languages. Like, I need to get Spanish down fully. Like, I'm hit and miss with Spanish. Need to get French under control. Want to get Italian. Like, what is the fast, aside from full-on immersion and Duolingo, what's the cheat code for learning languages quickly? I gotta look into that. I remember reading something by Tim Ferriss, who did that 40-hour work week book or 4-hour work week book, that he had some, you know, methodology for quickly learning languages, and I need that. I need to get language learning under my belt. I'm pretty good with Spanish because South Florida is like very Latin, so Spanish comes up a lot. So you almost have to be somewhat proficient to even navigate. So, and I feel like I want to do Italian next because I get so much Italian viewership. And I feel like if you know Spanish and French and Italian, you could pretty much go everywhere, except for Asia. But I don't think I could take on Mandarin or Hindi. I don't know. I know like one sentence in Hindi. Spanish is easier. Yeah, Spanish is easy. Arabic, ooh, that's more complex. Yeah, Spanish, Arabic is more, I imagine that would be difficult, but really rewarding. Yeah, immersion is the way. Yeah. You got to just go and stick yourself there for a month or so and just suck it up. Latin, yeah. I mean, Latin is the base of all the like Romance languages, so yeah, that's a good place to start. Let me go here. Ooh. Just trying to keep the tunes going. Russian and Chinese are impossible if it's not your first name. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna even pretend like I can do those. I would just, if I go to either of those countries, I will just hope that they speak some English or one of the other languages that I speak. Want you to stream esta noche into to eat. When do I want to have now? What do I want to have now? Como I. When did I start? I started like 40 minutes ago. I need to practice. Edgar's not happy. I'm better at speaking than like the written and reading. Your stream tonight on YouTube. And how much do I like it now? I like it a lot. Alex Monegro. Oh, you think so? Sam Nasty. Bunny? You calling me a bunny? A chocolate bunny. Like an Easter bunny. Is that what you're trying to say, sir? I'm sure you mean that in the most affectionate way, so I'll just assume that there's no derogatory intention. Likes. Okay, the likes, that threw me off. I thought you were asking how do I like it. Okay, got you. Right. The like part did not translate well. That's what I wasn't understanding. I thought you were asking how much do I like it, not how many likes. Understood. I get it. I get you, Edgar. I got you. Yes, more practice, more practice. More practice with the writing and reading. So, well, I could teach English in that language. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great, Sophia. Oh, well, thank you, Justina. You are so sweet. Thank you. Russia's here. I love it when Russia comes. I have a friend, Krill, who's in Moscow, who comes. Are you in Moscow, Justina? What part of Russia are you in? Look at all the countries tonight. Russia, Canada, India, Australia, of course the US every night, Canada. Let's see. I don't know. I'm excited. Once you like admit to yourself that you really want something and you let yourself get excited about it, it's like a tide turns. Like have you ever, it could be a person, it could be a job, whatever it is. Like usually you're hedging your bets. Like if you like are crushing on someone and you kind of like them, you almost don't want to let yourself fully like them because you don't know how it's going to work. So you're like, I'll just play it cool. But if you own up to it, if you're like, you know what, I really like this person, I really want this to work. Once you admit that to yourself, it gets way more exciting. It's the same with a job. Like, you know, like, oh, there's going to be rounds of interviews. You don't want to get too invested. You don't want to admit to yourself that you really want it. But sometimes it's fun to just get on that roller coaster ride of excitement of like, I want this. Let me go for it. Ooh, I wonder what Sean did. Hey, you look hot to me. Can we meet? Can you super chat? If you want to court, I don't just meet. You gotta like, you gotta woo me, sir. How about a little wooing? How about some courting and wooing? How about some super chatting, some super stickering, some super thanksing, some cash apping, some PayPaling? Buy me some flowers. Send me shopping. Cover a few meals on my next Uber order. Like, get into my donation gateway, sir. Make an impression on me. Where are you located? Where are you located? K-World, don't we all? But it's really important for a man to demonstrate that he is a provider. Like, a man can't just come a calling, asking for your number, asking to just meet. across this here internet web. No, he's got to court properly. He's got to show you that he means business, which means not just mere compliments. Oh, no, no, no. He's got to open that wallet. Once you open that wallet, you get my attention. I'm like, oh, he's serious. What is he trying to say? That's how it works. That's how it works. This is the USA. We're all about our paper. And we know. Women in the US are very savvy now, especially because of like TikTok and the internet. We know how you guys operate. We know that you are very loose with the compliments. You will tell anyone you love them. You will tell anyone they're beautiful. What you won't do is open the wallet for just anyone. So if you do that, we might start to take you seriously. Scammy? Oh no. Honest, honest. That's not how to date. Well, how are you supposed to date? K-World, educate us. Not entitled, careful. What's scammy is I'm not gonna risk going out with someone who is not taking me seriously. I don't have just lots of gold and silver. That's even better than money, first person Victoria. That is real money, not fiat currency. You got the real money. That'll work. I could take a cougar rand or two. If you need a P.O. box, just let me know. Thank you, Gaggett. In real life, what do you mean in real life, K-World? But this isn't real life, this is the internet. So because this is the internet, there is a extra vetting process. It's not just in real life. I could get a lot of information about you. I could, for one, see what you look like. For two, I could sense your vibe. I could get your, get your energetic feeling. But in the absence of those things, the only way I can know if you're being serious is to see how much you are willing to put on the line. And then I know that, oh, he really is serious. Yes, absolutely. I'm a gold bug. Yeah. In some countries, the 1 carat diamonds are a form of currency. So yes. Agreed. Let me get back to the music. I mean, if you think about it, it may seem superficial for me to be asking for gifting, but you're being superficial too, because you want to go out based on just appearance, just on how I look. If you don't know anything about me. So I'm going to be superficial back and say, let me see how generous you are. That's the only criteria I have to work off of. I can't see what you look like. I have nothing to go off of. You're going off of strictly physical appearance. So I'm going to go off of generosity. And then we'll see. We'll see what steps ensue. Is that snake plant real? If so, it looks incredibly healthy. It's lit. You know what it is? I won't give away the secret of it. I will just say parts of it are real and parts of it are enhanced. Let's see. Is that snake? Oh, yes, that's why inline dating is pointless. Well, yeah, I've never done any online dating. I've never been on a dating site. I don't believe in any of that. All the people I've ever gone out with, I've met in person, in real life, either at events or through mutual friends. Not to say that it's not possible to meet someone online. I think it can happen, but it's just a much slower courtship process, and it requires a lot more thorough vetting and investigation, and quite frankly, a lot more generosity up front, if you want me to take you seriously. Like when you hum, oh, you do? Oh, my la la la. That's involuntary. It just starts to happen when I'm either really getting happy or flirty, or I'm like having a little bit of gleeful delight at dissing a troll. All of those trigger my la-las. First person, women need some sense of security. Nobody wants to be with someone who can't. There it is. First person Victoria gets it. Yeah, we can't. Life is short. Life can be hard. This economy is demanding that we only deal with people who are providers and who are financially stable and sound. So we need to just know right off the bat that you are solvent and you are ready to make our lives easier. Because that's the first criteria right there. The same way like attraction, physical beauty, sexual attraction is first criteria for you. Ability to make life easier and less stressful, financially speaking, is criteria 1 for us ladies. So you gotta come correct on that front. Is your life path number 11? I don't know, LB Watson. I am not I'm vaguely aware of the life path number idea, but I don't know what mine is. I've never done that equation. It's not shallow or Ori Solomon. It's actually very deep. It's biological. As women, we care about resources because whether we want children or not, I happen to not want any and I don't have any. However, as a woman, given the inner equipment and hormones I have, I'm programmed to look for a man who's going to be able to provide because I'm thinking about, offspring. And I need to make sure that he is a hunter who can get the meat. If we go back to our animal brain, I need to know that you are somebody who can be a conqueror, that you can fight off other men and protect me from them, and that you are able to feed, children and me, in the event of crises. So I need to see that you have means. And if we were more living in more primitive society, that might look like seeing you hunt and kill and have meat. But in this society, it means I need to see that you can navigate this world in a powerful way. Why would I want to be with a man who other men don't respect? And one of the markers, one of the indicators of power and respect in this society is wealth. So that's just a fact. Similarly, as a man, you're always looking for beauty because beauty is usually a sign of health and fertility. And you are hardwired to look for that. So you can try and dismiss it as being superficial, but it's not superficial at all. It's very rooted in something very deep and very reasonable and rational. Exactly. We're not trying, who's trying to have offspring that are going to be destitute or going to be forced into capitalistic slavery where they have to work for other people? Why do you think the birth rate is plummeting? Because women are not willing to mate with men who cannot give their offspring a chance at thriving in this world. And what it takes to thrive is increasing. It takes a lot more to thrive. So if you want to get partnered up with a lady, you're going to need to, have your financial house in order. And it's not superficial or unreasonable for a woman to expect that of you. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's stop judging each other. I could be judging you. All you care about is beauty. All you care about is TNA. It's like, I know why you care about those things. I'm not going to make fun of it. I get it. It's a sign of fertility. You're deeply biologically drawn to that. Similarly, when we see a man who is very resource rich, we're like, ooh, no problems worrying about food. No problems worrying about medical care or education for any future progeny or for myself. Ooh, relaxing, relief, no cortisol. Yay, he's got it covered. Those things are very appealing. Those things are sexy, okay? Poverty, worrying about bills, that is not a turn on, okay? How are you supposed to get amorous when you're worried about paying the rent? Okay, it doesn't work that way. So it's completely reasonable for a woman to expect that you have your house in order financially and that you're going to be generous with her. Don't resent it. Get good at it. Play the game, the money game. Play and win. And then you can get the women you want. Well, we've evolved a bit, somewhat, but we still have the same deep urges and drives are still at play. The same hormones are still coursing through our veins. We still have those deep, deep triggers. Oh, do you, Tony? Tony, how many women do you tell that you love them? I bet a bunch. I bet you tell every pretty girl online that you love her. But how many do you super chat? How many do you send Cash Apps and PayPals to? I want to get into that category. I'll believe you when I see it, Mr. Montana. In the struggle you find, no you don't. In the struggle you find a man who wants to use you. No. A man that wants you to struggle, no. If a man really loves you, he's gonna want you to have a life where you are relaxed and at ease so that you can be playful and happy. It's not an archaic dynamic, it's just nature. If you look in nature, the only men that get to mate are the men that win the fight. Men fight to the death to be able to mate in nature. Look the other mammals of the world. All men don't get to mate, only the top dog. The one who fights and kills the other men. The one that can, kill and bring home the meat. That's who wins. It's, you know, it's nature's not fair, especially to men. It's just the way it is. Men have to compete with the other men. And in this society, the way you compete with the other men is through economic competition. You're no longer fighting each other to the death. Instead, you're fighting in the markets, okay? So I need to see you win. I want to be with a winner, a champion. I will settle for nothing less. I'd rather be alone than settle. Sorry. I want the best. May the best man win. That's how you get the best offspring, is when you get mate with the best man. It's just the way it is. Sorry. I didn't make it that way, okay? Nature made it that way, and capitalism made it so that this is the game we're playing. Blame the other men who set up this capitalistic patriarchy if you don't like the rules. I'm just telling you what the rules are. I'm reminding you what the rules are. And because the rules are as they are, I'm gonna need you to be a winner. I want a winner. And you do too. I don't see you hitting on women that are obese with acne. No, no, no. You want a winner. You want a woman who looks like a prize, genetically speaking, right? Well, I need a man who is a prize as far as winning at this financial game, as far as running these markets. Don't be mad. Be a winner. Often indicates desire for marriage. This is not meant to be judgmental in a way. Do you desire? No, well, LB Watson, not really. Like, I don't want children and I'm child free. So I feel like marriage and children go hand in hand. So it's not a top priority for me. I just like jewelry, and I like, you know, I like cocktail rings, but I would marry under the right circumstances if it was to someone who was able to give me a life that was extremely comfortable and empower me, then yes, I would consider it, absolutely. But it's not, I'm not actively looking. I'm single and happily single. I really enjoy my own company. I really have a hard time like compromising. And I don't like compromising. I don't like having to like tell someone where I am or what I'm doing. I don't like having to like do everything by committee and like, well, where do you want to eat? Well, where are we gonna go? I just like doing what I want to do. So that is not really, like, marriage is all about compromise and settling and like working things out. That's not really me. So it would take someone very special for me to be able to cohabitate with. Maybe I can marry without cohabitating. I know people do that a lot. I'd be up for maybe that potentially, but no, marriage isn't a priority. This isn't some subliminal signal. It's just me loving a good cocktail ring. La la la. Oh, I missed so much. Ori. Okay, Ori, we can all disagree. Ori, there are plenty of women who don't think the way that I do. Those are the ones for you. No, I'm not married to material. I'm married to like having a great fulfilling life, and I'm married to only myself. Like I'm okay going through life partnerless. I'd rather do that than be with someone who I can't really admire and respect. And like, I'm driven, I'm ambitious, I go for what I want, and I don't think there's any nobility in poverty or in struggling. I don't think there's any nobility in it. I think you should use your skill set and your mind and your tools to solve it. And if a man hasn't solved that, I don't think he's going to be happy with himself, and I don't think he can be a very good partner because he's going to feel dissatisfied with his position in the world. In order for a man to be a good partner, he has to feel good within himself, and he has to feel good about the position that he's attained in the society. You've returned. They say I'm nasty. Okay, well, I hope you aren't. I hope your nastiness is reserved for people who deserve it, because we're high vibrational around here. So I hope we get your gentlemanly side. The big selling point is having someone to listen to you. You're like me, you enjoy a good conversation. I love a good conversation. And also, it's like, we're talking about in the romantic context. We're talking about like, you can be friends with all different kinds of people and from all different walks of life. But when it comes time to partner with man, if you're thinking about marriage, marriage and finance go hand in hand. They're inextricably linked, because when you marry someone, you know, you take on their financial obligations. So it's a very serious financial merger that you're making. So that's at the heart of it. You can't escape that. And this whole like romantic love thing that, you know, it's only a few hundred years old, you can't let that rule how you govern your life and choose a partner. If it weren't for Walt Disney Universal, okay. You're married to superficial. That is, you're right. I have found a woman happy married for years, met with much. Either of us grew up together finally. Well, that's good, Ori. I'm glad. Like, everybody's different. If that's the approach you want to take, that's fine. But I don't want a life of struggle. No, I don't want that for myself. And I don't think I need to have it. It's just as easy to find a partner who is abundant than it is a partner who's struggling. So why not just choose one that's abundant? I don't see the point of like settling. There's nothing noble about it. There's just as many good men that are successful as there are, men who aren't, I guess. I mean, I need a man who's already proven himself. He's already arrived at a place of success in this life. I've worked very hard for my, position, and I'm very ambitious, so I need a man who's similar in temperament. And it's not based on superficiality, because I don't really care what the man looks like physically. I care about his intellect and his character, and I need someone who's a go-getter, because that's my personality type. Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective. Men care usually more about beauty, and women care about resources, and we already addressed why that is. Yes, absolutely. Finance info. I agree. And you know, I'm a high productivity kind of gal. So I'm looking for that as well. That's not an objective thing. Women are also subjective. Right. Well, it's going to be my choice. Like, each person is going to decide what they value and what characteristics they're looking for in a partner. You and I don't agree, nor should we, because we're not a match. I'm sure you and your partner have a similar idea about what makes someone successful and a winner, and so that's why you gravitated towards each other. My idea of it is very specific, and it obviously is going to be, idiosyncratic. It's going to involve the things that I prize and what I think is important to be successful in life. So it's okay for us to not be on the same page. We don't want to be each other's partner, so that makes sense. You define with objectiveness, that doesn't compute to be personally. No, I'm just telling you my perspective. I don't expect anyone else to agree with it. I don't expect anyone else to necessarily, value it the way I do. I'm just letting you know how I think of things. I was asked a very specific question about the ring on my finger and whether or not it indicated that I wanted marriage. So I'm just answering that question because it was posed to me. I don't expect other people to share my value system. I have a very specific background, history, education. All of these things make me the way that I am and make my choices what they are. And you're coming from a very different perspective and different history, so you're going to have different choices. I respect people who disagree with me and who want different things. Thank goodness we all want different things, or we'd all be fighting over the same people. To part with any man. Right. I don't need a man for his money. I do well for myself. I know that in my experience, if a man isn't really successful, both financially and socially, he's not going to be a good partner for me, because he's going to feel too threatened and insecure, and he's going to feel emasculated by me. So the only men that I find I mesh well with are men that are very successful, they're very financially successful, and they're very socially adept. Those are the kind of men that I partner well with, because they are not intimidated by me. They enjoy seeing me thrive and be who I am, and there's no like competition. When men aren't successful or when they're struggling, sometimes they can feel emasculated by a confident, successful woman. So there you have it. Thank you. Yeah, Frank, some people get me, some people don't. Yeah, I already found it. That's the thing, Ori. Like, I found the one. It's me. I don't believe in this idea of like looking for another person to complete you or looking for another person to make you happy. I believe you have to be like complete and happy on your own. Like, if you can't live alone and just be completely content and happy, I think there's something wrong with that. I think you need to start on the page of like, I'm great. I've already got this amazing cake that is delicious and yummy. And if some person wants to come be the icing on top of this fabulous cake I've already got, great. And if not, that's okay, because the cake is moist and delicious on its own. And that's how I'm living this thing called life. I mean, I don't want children, so I don't have this like panic to find a partner or to marry. I love life, and I have great, interpersonal dealings. I don't feel a lack. I mean, it would be great to have more. More is great, but I'm happy with where I am. At the risk of sounding judgmental, I sense a little bit of apprehension toward marriage from you that could be rooted in your needing to really trust someone. Well, sure. I mean, humans are treacherous animals. I don't think you can really ever trust anyone 100%. I mean, we are all self-interested. Ultimately, would you say that your partner is going to give their life for you? I mean, if you look at the statistics, marriages, in this country and even globally, they don't last forever. Like, people usually divorce. Like, I think it's like divorce rate is edging towards 60%. And most people, there's infidelity. The main things that break up marriages are infidelity and financial issues. So, you know, I don't, this idea that you're going to meet someone, you're going to stay together forever, and there's not going to be any of these betrayals is very unlikely. It's very unrealistic. If you look at human nature, it's very likely that no matter who you partner with, there's a high probability that there's going to be some form of betrayal, and there may be some kind of financial malfeasance. Like, that's just the reality of being human. So you have to go into any kind of relationship obviously hoping for the best, but acknowledging that you're dealing with another human who is, has fragility and makes mistakes and is capable of betraying you. So that's just normal. The apprehension around marriage for me is more about wanting to maintain freedom. I think I prize freedom over every other thing. Freedom to come and go, freedom to change my mind, freedom to continue to grow and evolve. And it's, I think, very unlikely, if you're someone who's constantly evolving and changing, that there's going to be another person that's going to be able to keep up with you in that. When I see people that are married, very often to me, their relationships seem very stagnant, as though the two of them are holding each other into their existing identities. They want the other person to continue to be the person they met. And so they're fixed, and there's this like resistance to evolution. Whereas when you're alone, you're free to keep changing your mind, to keep traveling, to keep moving, to keep pivoting, to keep exploring who you are, and to allow who you are to continue to evolve. Whereas I find that when people are in relationships, it's like, you're the man I married, and I want you to be that man forever. I want you to be the girl I married forever. Like, there's this like, this calcification of identity that happens in relationships, and that's what I don't want. um yes, exactly. Victoria's telling it like it is. This economy, the world is polarizing into extreme wealth and extreme poverty. Times are not, we're not living through, prosperous times. So it's really important to find someone who has their act together in the material sense. Thank you, Edgar. Yeah, exactly. Divorce is very common. Actually, the highest success marriages are between Black women and Caucasian men. Yes, statistically speaking, those are the marriages that last the longest. I found that out. Thank you, Marcus Roth. Let's see. Your definition of thought of growing and changing is very different from most. I have faith in you that you will be with someone who loves and cares for you about you. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with, that's the thing. I think men fear loneliness more than women do, by and large. I'm not someone who fears being alone. Like, honestly, after I spend a full day with people, all I want to do is go home and like not see anyone for like 3 days. Like, I need lots of alone time. That's the other thing that I don't like about relationships. Like, this idea that you're just constantly up under each other. Like, oh my God. Like, I don't want, like, even if I were to quote marry someone, I feel like I would need to have like my own apartment, or like a place that I could escape to occasionally to just have some alone time. And also I would always need my own bedroom and bathroom, because I'm not sharing a bathroom with a man. And I don't like the expectation that you're always going to be in the bed together every single night. Like, I want to be able to invite you to my room and come sneak in your room sometimes. Like, I don't like the, like, I don't know, I feel like marriage, the way it's normally set up, is just like, you're asking to be taken for granted. You're asking to take each other for granted, and for it to get stale really fast. Like, I don't, no. Oh, really, Marcus Roth? No. Now that thing is true. It's like, and the Black man, white female marriages are the shortest. interestingly enough. And I'm not sure why that is, but that's what it is. Let's see. You thought like most alpha type women, nothing wrong with that. They statistically end up in single. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're a woman who's like very self-directed and you're confident and you're very ambitious and you want a lot out of life, like you want to go places and do things and you're very, you know, you have a large appetite for life. You need someone who can match you in that. And it's very difficult to find a man who can match you in that without feeling threatened or feeling emasculated. So that's a rare type of man. And so I don't think there's a lot of those to go around, or maybe there's less of those to go around than there are women who are more like type A. But luckily, if you're a woman like that, you're okay rolling alone. You're okay with, you know, being your own best friend and being your own company and just dealing with men, you know, from a distance. I don't mind it. I see a lot of women who are, you know, I don't know, I just feel they get co-opted by their relationships, and I'm not interested in that. The key to cost price, but don't pay interest when making purchases. Own your own. You know, learn the value of cash in order to gas this over renegade. Problem with the aspect of becoming warfare among male suitors is that past 30 years to cast has been a okay. The goofiest guys can be wealthy. Yeah, I mean, but you know, there's goofy ones that are wealthy and there's ones that aren't. I mean, there's plenty of goofy ones that aren't wealthy too. Obviously, it's a weeding out. Like, you know, you just keep sorting. It's just the first sort. It's not like just because they have prosperity, then you're going to go with them. No, it's just you're only dealing with that pile. You're only looking within that pile. Yeah, most men don't. Most men don't. Well, they do as far as physicality. Like they want her to look amazing, right? They want her to be like this beautiful face and this sexy body. Like they want her to have like alpha physical characteristics, but then they also want her to be very submissive. And so those don't normally go together. Usually if a woman has all of these physical attributes that make her in high demand, she's not just going to be like some pushover, because she can't afford to be, because she would just, you know, she would be just inundated. So a woman who has like a lot of physical appeal has to have a certain amount of armor to deal with the fact that there's going to be an onslaught of attention. Mm-hmm. No, what's the law in Kentucky about divorce? Mm-hmm. You were in a 9-year relationship, and the first year after breakup, definitely felt the loneliest, especially being a single. Okay, well, yeah, that's tough, Marcus. That's tough. I'm not doing the children thing. I just feel like the world, the state of the world, the state of our society is no place for children. It's just not fit for children. Like, it's treacherous. Like, what? And also, it's confusing. All of the like gender issues and all of the wealth polarization. I mean, I just don't, I feel, and also all of the pollution, the state of the planet, the state of the natural environment. I just don't think this society is fit for kids. I won't do it. I don't have anything to live for anymore. What good is life without family and people that care? Well, I mean, you have to make meaning of life. You have to find meaning, Kelly's Classics. Even if you're living through a really difficult time, like people have lived through famine, people have lived through war, people have lived through great crises and times where, you know, could say, is it worth living? So you have to find meaning in it. You have to like make meaning of it outside of anyone else for yourself. That's something you have to find for yourself. Family and people that care. You have to love yourself. Like self-love will always save the day. So Kelly's Classics, even if you don't have friends or family to connect with, you have to love yourself and value your own life for its own sake. Maybe it's just going to be your relationship with nature, or you know, you cultivating a certain peace of mind and stillness within you that you carry, and you try and be, you know, that source of comfort for other people. It could be that, could be how you make meaning of life. It's everyone's you know, individual burden to find a way to make life meaningful and worthwhile for themselves. I've been married for 8 years now and I'm loving it, and I have invested in the stock market, and I have life and just love everything. Well, Edgar, I love to see it. I love to see people happy and thriving. It's rare. You should feel really good, because right now, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people aren't prosperous. A lot of people are losing a lot that they've worked for. So you are in a very privileged and wonderful position, and I hope you appreciate it. And you're doing great. So I wish you nothing but continued success. I don't want to bring a child into this world if we're not collectively going to try and stop. Hey, Helen. Exactly, first person Victoria. That's what I'm saying. I don't, when I look at what's happening, like if I project in the future and I see what's happening with AI and what's happening with, the surveillance state and the military state that's being cultivated, and I look at the polarization of wealth and I look at the centralization of currency and banks, and I see, when I look at what's happening, I don't see good things happening. And so I don't feel like this is a time to be bringing people into this. It just looks like, don't invite people to this party. This Earth party, the cops are right around the corner. Don't invite anybody else. Like, until humanity gets its act together, I don't really think it's fit for more people to be joining the party. So I won't be contributing. I will not be putting another, body into this like capitalistic meat grinder. I'm not doing it. Yes, Edgar, that is true. People are migrating from all the more expensive cities to, places that have lower cost of living. However, as soon as that happens, those places that had lower cost of living, obviously, it changes very quickly. The gentrification starts happening like that. So I don't think anywhere is really safe when the economy is nosediving. Exactly, first person Victoria. It's all here. And the AI companions are here. And the men falling in love with digital characters online is here. And I mean, there's a lot of dystopian things that are going on. Every time you walk out of your house, anywhere you go, there are cameras on you everywhere you go. You see where we're headed. It's getting very Orwellian around here. I don't really see anything that I would want to bring an innocent life into. So there's that. And to think, this whole spiel that I've been on, all this talking was all because someone was like, looking to marry. It's like, I just feel like a lot of these ideas that we had are kind of outdated. Like, whatever marriage used to be, I don't know if it makes sense anymore to think of things that way. And this idea of just like, everyone's supposed to have kids, I don't know if that makes sense anymore. Like, it's just, I think it's really important to question all of these assumptions about these life boxes that we're supposedly supposed to tick off and evaluate if they actually make sense currently. Exactly. FPV, first person Victoria. You get it. You get it. Heckler Koch, what's up, Heckler Koch? Welcome to the stream. Consider double tapping the center of your phone to big me up and give a thumbs up to this stream, Heckler, or look for those 3 dots in the bottom right. Push those and look for the thumbs up button. Yeah. Look at this. Oh. Questioning assumptions. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've kind of definitely taken the road less traveled and I have no regrets so far. Hello, Armando Diaz. Welcome, welcome. I mean, I have said this before and I'll say it again. I've never seen a marriage that I've envied. Never. Never. Every time when I look at them, even when if there's things that I'm like, oh, well, that part looks nice. That part looks nice. But overall, I always think, nope. Too much compromise. It always looks like a net negative. It always looks like you have to concede too much of your freedom and personal sovereignty and possibility. Like, you have to remember why marriage was created. Like, it was created for wealthy people to protect their resources and to have heirs. And then it was created by wealthy people and imposed onto people without assets so that those people would breed and have workers for the capitalist system. You have to remember what's really going on there. If you're not trying to do that, if you're not just trying to breed workers for oligarchs, then you're going to question why are you getting married? Why are you, like, what are you doing? Because I like the idea that I can at any point pivot and change and say, you know what, this isn't working out, and I don't need to get the government involved to extricate myself from another person, I do feel that something is coming. I just hope for the best that everything is going to be okay. The world right now is not too good. Yeah, that's the thing. It might not be good. Like, you have to be prepared for the worst, like, hope for the best, be prepared for the worst, and be ready to weather the storm. Have you ever been married? No, I have not, Marcus. I have not. I have, a lot of concerns around it. I would consider doing it, but like I said, it would have to be very specific circumstances. And you bet I would want us to negotiate everything up front and try and cover as many contingencies as possible legally before we move forward. And that can sound unromantic, but I feel like the more of a stickler you are up front and you get those legal conditions all satisfied, the more you can just relax and enjoy each other's company. But if you don't, then I feel like it's like you're walking some tightrope and things could fall apart and you're just gonna be caught off guard. Yes, Edgar, absolutely. Hey, MD Daddy. I remember you, MD Daddy, because that name had me thinking you were about to you were gonna, MD Daddy sounds like you spend. Sounds like you spend on the ladies. So many men would love to marry. Oh, you think so, Marcus? Well, they need to start super chatting. They need to start super chatting and cash apping. So I know they mean business. They need to come correct. I don't know about that. Most men don't want that. They just want to enjoy your physicality, if you know what I'm saying. That's a very different kind of situation. You're a very, very unique woman. You have such a variety of characters, qualities, and interests that causes you to be of interest to almost every man. But the problem is they don't interest you. Well, I'm interested. I mean, not every man. Like, who has time for all that? But there are certain types of qualities I find appealing. And I mean, I like men. Like, what can I say? I mean, I'm a red-blooded American gal. I like boys. I do. So if someone steps forward and, wants to pursue and they have some of the traits that I'm looking for, I'm game. Let's see where it goes. I'm not artificially blocking anything, but I'm not looking either. So, Hey, MD Daddy, are you a doctor, sir? And if so, what kind? I consider moving to the US, but I'd lose half my wealth in the currency converted. Yeah. I don't know. You might have it better. You might have it better where you are. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'll end up. I definitely want to spend some time living in other countries. I've visited many countries. I've even stayed in other countries for like a month at a time, but I've never lived for like an extended period anywhere, and I would like to try that. Ancestral roots from Andy. I've got a lot going on here, but there's definitely a lot of West African DNA going on, and then some other things too. If I may, most men aren't gonna tickle all sides of your person. No, I get that, but I mean, I don't expect someone to be perfect. No, and also I don't expect I don't think your male partner is supposed to be like your whole world. Like, I don't think you should expect your partner, male or female, to cover every base. I think that's where you get into trouble. I just want him to fill the man spot. Like, I'm still gonna have female relationships and interactions and friends and socialize in that way. So he doesn't need to be like my everything. He just needs to really fill my man lane. And by that I mean, be a great provider, be masculine, be, be man. I don't expect him to go to the spa with me or go to Pilates with me or any of that. I expect him to, I think there's a separateness that should be maintained. Like, he should have his own life and friends, and so should I. But when we come together, it's good. Ken is already way more dystopic. Oh, really? Really, Victoria? Yikes. Bottom Turo, I've got a better idea. Why don't you take this juicy time out? Boom. You got to be kind to the host or you're going to get timed out. If you come back again, hopefully you'll mind your manners. We're jealous of you unless it was hard to make non-disappointed. It's true, Frank. I mean, a lot of times you get hate from other women. I'm very much a loner. I spend most of my time alone. That's just what it is. Luckily, I love that. But but I do group activities sometimes with women. Like, I'll go to a yoga class and within that there'll be some friendships or whatever, or I'll go to usually different fitness things, or maybe I would do a charity thing, and through that, you have common ground with people. But I've had my fair share of women who are just, I trigger them deeply and they come at me with all kinds of vitriol. So I definitely have had lots of problems with women professionally, especially. Do I feel like I have OCD? No, I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of jealousy. There is that. That happens. Or I think it's like it's some weird irrational fear. It's a weird thing. It's like they seem to like me, but at the same time they like hate me, or they feel threatened like I'm gonna take something, or I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but I just I'm a loner. Let me see if I hate other women. There is a lot of that. Well, I think it's true, Victoria, but I think it's because it's like it's internalized misogyny, and also patriarchy pits women against each other because it has women thinking we're fighting over men, which is completely unnatural. Like men are supposed to fight each other for women, but because of the way patriarchy skewed everything, it gives women this mentality of like, the male, the men, we're competing for the men, and nothing could be further from the truth. Women don't need to ever compete for men. Men compete for us. But some women don't seem to get that. So they see another woman who's like attractive or who has any positive traits as a threat. Like, ooh, like she's gonna take all the men or something. And it's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous mathematically. It's ridiculous on every front. But there are women who have this like shortage mentality or lack mentality, and so they see other women as a threat when there's plenty of men to go around, and men aren't that they're not that picky. They're not a threat to married women's ego and sense of insecurity. You think so? I mean, I don't, that's the thing, like I'm never going to pursue a man. So like if you see me coming, I'm not gonna like, the man has to come after me. I'm not going to go after him. So knowing that, those women should feel really at ease. If they have an issue, it's because their dude came over here. I'm never gonna be prowling. Definitely not perfect. Definitely a flawed human like the rest of us, Marcus. Welcome to the Galactic Planetary Security Patrol. Oh, really, Miltron? Militron. Okay. Okay. Well, we are in outer space. I always like to say that because you don't really think of it, but we're on a planet. We're in outer space right now. I'm sure lots of men are intimidated of you. Yeah, but it's the men that are men that they're not, it has nothing to do with me. It's something within them. Like they haven't achieved what they wanted yet in the world, or they haven't actualized in the world in the way they want. That's why I say I can't deal with someone who's not like, successful. Like they need to feel, I need a man who's really confident, and men don't feel confident in this society normally unless they have achieved something like in the material sense. Like usually if the man is wealthy or successful, then he'll feel confident enough to take on a woman who is also confident. And that's the other thing. Just because I'm confident doesn't mean I'm not going to be like submissive with the right kind of man. I will. Like, I don't want to dominate a man at all. I want him to be a man. Yes, the Galactic Planetary Security Patrol. Yikes. Yeah, you want a man that you feel you can yield to. But in order for me to feel like I can yield, I need to feel like he's got everything covered. Like he's just got everything covered. And as soon as I know he's got everything covered and he wants to take care of me, then I'm like, I can just be a little kitten. Yeah. I don't want to have to always be vigilant and be like so like on it, and like I would love to be able to yield, but I can't yield if you don't have it covered. Maurizio. I'll take my crown. Thank you, Maurizio. Where did this conversation go? Look at this stream, went all kinds of places. Sin sizzles the pan. Hello. Hello, Sin. And where did Kakit go? Did I scare Kakit off? Kakit? Where'd Court and Kakit go? Did I scare him off? Severamente bella complimenti. Okay, thank you, Maurizio. Initially, the men generally go after the women, but I think eventually it's advantageous in the long run for the women to be going after men. No, you can't as a woman. You have to let them come to you. You can give them signs to come hither, but they have to come after you. It's the wrong, So here's the thing. Even if a woman chooses the man, you have to like let him, you have to basically position yourself so that he can approach and you can give him the signal that you'll be receptive. That's as far as you can kind of go as a woman. Usually. There are exceptions. There are exceptions. There are exceptions if there's like an extreme age gap, then it's almost like the man needs a green light from you that it's okay because he, you know, but that's an unusual circumstance. If a man offered you on the condition that you only bought appreciating assets, what would you buy? Probably gold. Let's see. Men kind of suck at taking hints. Yes, they do. What's your skincare anymore? Your skin. Miles the Great, thank you. I think okay, I'm gonna say that for a video, Miles. I'm gonna do a skincare routine video. How about that? You can't talk to women. You gotta work that out, man himself. How are you gonna get the woman you want if you can't even talk to her? You gotta figure that out, sir. You gotta figure out what's in your way and shore that up. Yes, you can, more fire. Let's do it virtually. Cash App me. I'll bring you to the store and I'll take you around to everything I want to buy and you can Cash App it. Oh, also, I'm gonna put a wish list up soon. I'm gonna have a wish list of stuff you can buy if you want to buy me something, and it'll get sent to me. Would you like to do that more? More fire. Or would you like to Cash App or Super Chat me? If you're serious, more fire. You see my payment and donation gateway information, and you know how to Super Chat. You just push the $ to the right of that chat box you typed into. So let's see it. Hey, Argentina's here. Thank you, Mark Raw. No, I'm not a Scorpio, Jacob. But I'm over 90 minutes, okay? That means this stream is done and dusted. I did this. And this was a fun one. I just started yapping. This is one of those ones I call late night therapy where we just talk about everything. But always, I feel like all streams end up being a conversation about men, women, and dating. Always, somehow. Because, Ron, money is power, and you can use power to manifest your dreams and to help the world and other people. Power can be used in beautiful ways, and that's what I want to do. And money is power. You get it, Ron? You get it? On that note, I'm going to peace on out of here. This was fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and can't wait to see you again. Good night, stream team. Bloop.